everybody, welcome back to the video. I'm Purple Elephant Gaming here, and today we're playing some more Cookie Run Kingdom. So first things first, I want to give a huge thank you to you all for, doing so great on the channel anniversary. That was a very random video. It was fun to make, I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun, especially thinking back over it later. But you guys seem to enjoy it a lot. This is actually something I do want to talk about, but we're gonna do it later. So I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind. But there was just huge subscriber growth over that period, which is a little expected, but I do want to talk about that later because that's mostly what we're going to be doing today. We don't exactly... The situation we find ourselves in this game is we can't do Chapter 9 because we're not strong enough, and to get stronger, what do you have to do? Wait and collect XP jellies. Yeah, so basically we have all that stuff that's never going to happen, that's going to take a long time. But while we wait to be strong enough to defeat Episode 9, this is what I semi-plan for. We still have episode 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7, and maybe 8 of Dark Mode to do, that we can beat, hopefully. So I thought we would do some of those, and I mean, currently today, we're on episode 3, so they're very, very weak, so we can use sort of joke teams, like cookies that won't be in our main team, either because they never will be, or simply because it will cost way too much to get them to the point where they're ready to be in our real team, so... That's sort of the plan for today. One thing that did happen is I collected my daily reward. We officially have Mint Choco, so that's great. I'm now missing 2 cookies. No, 1 cookie, Cream Puff. Which, speaking of which, we have a 10 draw. Are we gonna get Cream Puff? Will it complete our set? That would make this a much more interesting video, but I doubt it. But we do have 10 of these, so we might as well do them. It bothers me because most people that have Cream Puff Cookie have actually done less of these draws than me. And that bothers me a little bit. But, I mean, it's gonna happen to us eventually. I know it will. We'll get her. We'll get the last cookie. Even if it happens in the next update when they release 2 more Guild Gacha cookies that I will never get. Yeah, this is why we're so badly that there was the guarantee thing that they did with Pure Vanilla for the Guild Gacha. I don't know why they couldn't have, honestly, where it's like, oh, every 250... Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Every 250, you get a guaranteed Cream Puff. But no, why would they do that? So that is annoying. Yeah, okay, well that was a little random, but whatever. We have more of these things to collect. Day 14, we'll get to stir them up. That'll be good. Any more of these? No, that's it. Okay, that seems a little smaller than normal, but whatever. So we do actually quickly have, if you'll load Kingdom Pass. Don't worry, we have way more energy than we need. Because this, and this, and this. I love saving those stamina jellies up. 138, we should be good. We actually have to go to... Remember? Okay, so we're gonna get started here, though first of all, I want to make an actually fun loadout to use. So we're gonna use Pure Vanilla, we're going to use Snow Sugar Cookie. Let's go with Werewolf, Madeline, Chili Pepper, and yeah, ooh, actually no, I want to use you instead of you, and instead of Snow Sugar, let's shove you in. This is going to be the loadout we're going to use. Don't worry, it'll still be easy. Yeah, I mean, most of the work will come from the fact that, well, hey, level 25 to 20, that's not bad. Level 13 is not that great. But they're also like 2 or 3 star heroes, so this shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, now that we're in this situation, we will just be able to go through these without any interruptions and it'll all be good. I hope. But yeah, what I was going to talk about, what I said I wanted to talk about, is a little bit of a sort of phenomenon, I guess, that I've noticed quite a bit. So basically, Wednesday, in case you didn't know, I have a much busier day on Wednesday, so I don't tend to upload. It does happen sometimes, but I don't usually upload on Wednesdays. So what I find happens, actually, and it definitely happened yesterday, is that my channel seems to grow more than usual and actually do better when there's a break day. Not necessarily in terms of views or watch time, but definitely in terms of subscribers. Which always seems weird to me. But I've thought over it a little bit, and I think I've come to a conclusion. Yes, scientific terms, conclusion. But basically, the conclusion that I've come to is that, because this happens to me a lot, I think I've done this quite a few times, is that basically, you have a YouTuber you really like to watch, and they haven't uploaded in a while. They're even just not a while, just a break. That's not necessarily usual, slightly less, or even just generally you've watched all the new stuff recently. And usually this coincides with other YouTubers or other things you're planning on doing. You have a bit of time to spare. There's no new video for them, so you go back and watch some older videos of them. Maybe even rewatch videos you've already seen. And what happens is you realize, it's been like 4 hours and I'm still watching this channel. I think what happens at that point is you realize, I mean, I'm not subscribed, but if I've been watching here for like, a couple hours, I probably should be. And then you subscribe. I find I do that quite a bit. I'm just guessing that some of you guys have done that as well, either to this channel or to other channels. Let me know if you haven't or have. It's interesting to know. But that's my theory, and I'm pretty sure it's true. Based on my experience alone, I'm gonna assume that's true. You cannot collect any more soul stones. I don't care. I didn't even know I was... We're on chapter 3, right? 3-3. What do you mean we cannot collect any more soul stones? I haven't collected any of these soul stones yet. This is literally our first time beating this chapter. What are you talking about? Can you just not collect soul stones the first day? I guess not. There aren't duplicates out there. There isn't like, hey, well, this stage and stage 1-7 also both give you the same kind of soul stone. I didn't think it did that. I have no idea. This is weird. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but whatever. I'm sure whatever soul stone it is, we'll get to look back at it later. It's probably not that important. Maybe it is. Ooh, it probably means that it was for a cookie that we have 5 stars. Which means it has to be a common, but that's not that surprising. I don't think we have all of the dark mode common cookie stages. The one thing I'm really hoping for is that, although it's going to be forever, one of you actually said you would max cookies and be in dark mode 9 and 10, so you can let me know about this. In dark mode 9 and 10, all the dark mode rewards, do they include these two? Do they include pure vanilla and /or cream puff cookie? Those are the main two I care about. I just assume that they also include like espresso latte, probably almond, and potentially strawberry crepe and black raisin. But do they include those cookies? I am curious. Because every other cookie in the game that came out when the game first came out, I'm not sure about espresso though, is included in dark mode up to chapter 8. So I'm assuming chapter 9-10 has the rest of them, including the ancient and guild exclusive, but I don't know. So yeah, I want to know. Let me know. Does that happen? Because I have honestly no idea. Oh, so one other thing I'm curious about, can you get soul stones from dark mode for a cookie you don't have? There's another do have restrictions, like you can't get soul stones if that cookie's max, so you can't just turn the soul stones into miles points. And that's the only one I really know of, but it would make a little bit of sense to me if you can't get the cookie soul stone until you have it. But that might not be the case. I don't actually know yet, and I'll never find out because I have every cookie except Cream Puff, who, best case scenario, is in chapter 9 or 10, which is not happening until forever, so yeah. It's gonna happen eventually. We are getting close. The one thing is we're gonna get close to level 50 cookies soon, so that's something. Even if then we have to go all the way to level 60 cookies to stand any chance against dark mode, I have a feeling level 50 cookies will probably be enough to deal with normal mode 9 and 10. Or at the very least, normal mode number 9. Currently we have 48, 48, 46, 40, and 40. Our healers are much lower level. So the healers we still have to fix. That'll happen. But first I'm getting my normal, like, offensive cookies and Dark Choco up to level 50 is my goal. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. Chances are we'll probably beat, like, chapter 3, 4, maybe 5 of Dark Mode, and then we'll head back onto Story Mode when we're strong enough to do a little bit more. But yeah. I don't know. This is pretty cool. I like seeing these other cookies. I never use them. And really, this, and potentially in the future, Dark Mode grinding, is the only real situation where I get to. Because, otherwise, I don't care. It's, I guess, another common cookie. It's not really worth it, because they're weaker cookies. Leveling the cookies up is in 90% of the cases, unless you have max cookies, it straight up isn't worth it, because to level up a cookie means you're devoting a lot of resources into it, and if the cookie gets nerfed or changed and isn't as good anymore, or you just find that your other team was better, it's a complete waste. You just wasted XP, which as I've been talking about earlier and at the beginning of this video, is in very high demand. You need a lot of XP, especially later on, not so much early on, but later on you definitely do. And well, there's a limit. You can't just be like, hey, well, if I play 12 hours today, then I'll get 100,000 XP. That's not exact. Well, I guess 100,000 XP level 1s. That's not going to happen. It's not based on how much you play. Well, I mean, it is a little, but not a ton. So, yeah. Hopefully we're not going to run out of dark mode energy. I just had the realization that although I have 130, dark mode takes so much stamina. Oh, yeah, 74 already. We'll go till my energy's gone. That's my deal for today. If that's a super short video, then we might do like a 10 times cookie draw. We might do that as well. But I'm for sure going till I run out of stamina. Hopefully that'll last me long enough. If not, I don't know. The Gink Goblins, they're back and they're worse than ever. Well, no, they're not. They're still not that bad. I don't know. The one thing I'm curious about is if they're going to release level 9, or not level 9 because it already is level 9, maybe like, I don't know, level 10, level 11 for the skill powers. Because currently that wouldn't make sense, I guess, because they're only level 60 cookies. But I wonder if their eventual goal is to increase the level cap up to level 80 and add an ancient skill powder from level 9, 10, or level 10, 11, and 12 on mounting missions. Or maybe they'll just stop with the level cap. Maybe they'll finally do the thing that me and a lot of other people really... No, dang it. I pressed try again. Really want them to do, which is add weapons and /all candies. Like, come on. I hope those are your next priorities. They probably aren't, but I hope they are because I want them to be. I want them in the game. I feel like having something else to do. They do have a lot of things in this game. And preferably, don't make them like bounty. Don't make them a daily quest. Make them more like story. Make it like, almost like a dungeon. Ooh, dungeons! Can you imagine if that's how they did it? They added so they added in weapons, weapon upgrades, or whatever, something to do with weapons for each cookie. Because every cookie is a weapon to a degree. Some of them are less cool than others and less weapon-like, you know, Hope Cookies, Pot, and Ginger Braves, Candy Cane. But, I mean, overall, they all still have a weapon. It would be so cool if they added, like, this whole dungeon-type thing. Or maybe there's different floors or require certain power levels or something like that. They could even bring them back to guild, like guild dungeons or something like that. I don't know, that would be cool for a long-term thing, for them to do this whole, like, dungeon-type thing. And that's, like, the next way to power up your cookies. It might start happening around, like, level 40 to 50 cookies. Or maybe it's something that you start doing all the way then, once you have, like, level 60 cookies. But just another way to progress, make it like a dungeon type thing. That would be so cool, to have dungeons where you're just like, hey, well, you do this dungeon, you're picking up crafting materials to craft weapons, or to craft candies, or to upgrade candies, or to upgrade weapons. I feel like that would be so fun, and they'd add so much more content to the game, and it would be a way to do it without making it the same. Even if it was very similar, like, super duper similar to the main story mode, but they just, like, called it dungeons or something. I mean, they could make it interesting, obviously, but even if it was really similar, I still think it would add a lot, and would really make the game a lot more fun. Because the game's fun, I'm not gonna lie, obviously. And this is episode, like, 37. I would not be playing the game if it wasn't super fun still. But, I mean, I don't know. Have to wait and see. That was sort of part of what I was planning on doing today. I'm just, like, going over future thoughts for the games, hopes for the game, things that I hope will come. Like, one thing I mentioned a while ago that I still have hopes for is a training dummy / testing ground. I think it would be really cool. Another thing that I think would be cool is, well, actually there are two things here, but they're all the same idea, land. So, both for your army, and honestly, I think it would be pretty cool if it was a way like that for your base. Like, I don't know if any of you, I'm assuming some of you have played Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans, oh my god. Apparently I can't speak. Clash of Clans. They have a really good layout system where basically you have like 3 layout options or whatever. And, because it's a base building game, which obviously this isn't quite, but it's close enough. So what they could do is they'd be like, oh well, here you can switch to layout 2 and it would be empty. All of your buildings would be like in a line, and you could place each building individually, and you could save it or not save it, and then you could switch back and forth between your different layouts, and there'd be like a clear all button. So it would just make it really easy to build, because personally, it's a big hassle to build, and it requires so much, like, to make your kingdom look nice and to move things around. It's really difficult, and honestly, it kind of requires you to have free space, which I wish it didn't. This is a weird coin puzzle. I think I did okay then, maybe, I don't know. But I feel like that would be super cool, and also similarly for layouts from, your cookies, which is probably more likely to happen. But I don't know, one thing I find is I'm going through, like, bounties or whatever, and I'm like, oh, well, for bounties I want to have herb cookie. But then if I'm doing, like, if I'm grinding dark mode, well, I want to be using, Tiger Lily because it goes faster. Or if I'm doing Cookie Dragon, I don't want herb cookie because herb cookie heals. He won't do anything in the dragon fight, because for the dragon fight, the guild dragon fight, you just want to do as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. So I use Tiger Lily cookie. I really wish they had separate loadouts, either separate ones for each of those, because I do know that, like Arena for example, it's separate from everything else. They could do that for guild fights as well, like separate it for, like, I guess game mode, whatever they're called. For each of the different battle sections, so like Arena, Guild, Story, bounties. They could have a separate, like, build for each of them, or they could actually straight up do loadouts. So you could be like, oh, well, I'm gonna use my tank loadout or my damage loadout. More so, that's more of a thing for building. I want the building feature more, but I would definitely still love to have it as a feature in, well, your cookies as well, because it is annoying. It's not that big of a deal. They do a pretty good job with it. But it's still annoying, and it's still something that I wish was a little bit different. So, you know, I still have the hope. What else? What other future things do I want to have in this game? Covered the weapons, candies, I covered the dungeon, training dummy, layout builds. That's honestly most of what I have for the future. Let me know your... Oh. Well, pretty sure this is our last battle, but what I was gonna say is... Oops. Chances are there's going to be at least one more video like this, where I'm just doing dark mode and I talk about the game's future and stuff like that. So let me know your suggestions, because chances are I'm gonna include them. Today's video will probably be titled something along the lines of, like, oh, future ideas for Cookie Run Kingdom, or what will the future of Cookie Run Kingdom look like, stuff like that, something like that. Or suggestions for future content or updates or anything like that. So I'd love to know you guys' suggestions, ideas, things like that, so I can include that next time. I'm not saying it makes it any more likely to happen, but I think it would be cool to share it with the community. And, well, this is a decent way to do it. Obviously, I know there's, like, a Discord and stuff, but I don't know, I thought it would be fun. So let me know if you guys have any ideas, because I'm sure some of you do. At least some of you. Okay, do we have enough energy to do one more of these? Because we might if we regain one. Please have enough for one more energy. It did say next level. I don't think it does that if you're out of energy. Though I could be wrong. Ah, no, we can't do that. That's a Soul Stone level. So we're done. Okay, let's look at who we got. Okay, I have no idea what is happening there. The game seems to be very laggy, so this might be a little bit of a shorter video, but I'm gonna do one more 10 times draw. And I'm actually gonna do that. Strawberry Crepe, do I do it? Nah, we'll just do a normal one. So I'm gonna do one more 10 times draw, and then we'll be done. Because the game's laggy, we're out of stamina jellies. Hey, guaranteed epic, that's pretty decent. If only it could have been Cream Puff, but I know it can't. They could still be something like Pomegranate. Anyone on my team. I'll take anyone on my team. Yeah, anyone on my team I'll be glad to have. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it for today. So yeah, this will probably be a bit of a shorter video, but that's all I really have planned, and I'm out of stamina jellies, and spending gems on stamina jellies is a waste. Trust me, don't do it. You get so many free ones. Vampire Cookie, 2930. Cool, I'll take you. I mean, you're not exactly who I wanted, but I'm not super disappointed with you either. Rare Cookie. Ooh, if you're Cherry Bomb, nah, Clover. Ooh, but Clover's also max too. She's 23, or he's 23 away now. She/he, I'm not sure. Ooh, Muscle Man, Muscle Cookie, he's maxed. All of my common cookies are maxed now, actually, which I'm pretty proud of. Ooh, another epic. Thought so. But yeah, Cherry Bomb Cookie, we're getting really close. Hey, Sparkling Cookie, not bad. Your set's pretty good. It is the same as, what's his face is, as Mint Choco, so I don't think we'll get Mint Choco to 2-star, but if we do, that could be useful. Regardless, though, it's a double epic pull. I'm happy with that. So, yeah, I think that's it for today. Please consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe and join the Purple Elephant Squad. It makes my day super nice, and I really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!